Okay, welcome to an improv vlog. We are at my house, obviously, and Chris's MacBook basically just fucked itself, so we're gonna try to fix it.
Pretty much, I repasted it with this lovely stuff, and started up just fine afterwards. Then shut down twice. It restarted itself, then it just went black and wouldn't come back, which that sounds wrong.
Once you go black, you never go back.
Which, like, I mean, I can turn around and watch. It's gonna fire right up the minute I do this. But it's like pretty much completely dead.
No power at all.
So this has happened before, actually. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pop this thing open and we're gonna just unplug the battery, because this has happened before, and my MacBook is just the best damn computer in the best damn world. Fuck this computer.
It's not normal. Mine doesn't do that.
This has only happened once before, so
Yeah.
as you can see, I'm kind of just like setting the screws off to the side of every screw hole here. So because there's like, I can never remember where the 3 shallow ones go, and I don't want to drive them through the logic board. So
Yeah.
don't want to commit a mistake that I've seen before. Anyway.
I got the reference, you guys didn't.
And as you can see, I've actually got a bit of a dent here.
That's nice.
So, I mean, you can see here, the pasting went alright. Like these, this is, as I say, this is one of those un-American things that doesn't have a light on. It doesn't help that much. So you can kind of see here. And yes, I have long nails because I know people are going to mention that for this purpose exactly. Fan is freely spinning. Everything is good. So we're just going to pull this off. And you can see how badly sealed this thing is against dust, because just, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. So this should just come right out, right?
I've never done it before.
Yep, just like that.
There you go. Oh, and I just had an idea. While we're doing this, we can kind of, talk about the Apple event that happened today.
We were going to do that, actually. We were going to just sit in front of the camera and talk about the Apple event. And then this happened, because I figured I'd borrow Ryan's tool set while I was here to get this put on, because I got 2 tubes of this for $8 at Radio Shack, so maybe they killed my MacBook, who knows. Anyway, so our idea, you're going to go selfie mode on us. Okay.
Yeah.
So our view on the, well, I'll let him talk to you while I put this back together.
Okay, well, basically, as you guys know, they announced the new 12-inch Apple MacBook. It's just the MacBook, it's not the MacBook Air or anything. And they also announced the Apple Watch. Well, my opinion on the MacBook, at least, is I don't think it should exist. And basically because, well, the entire premise is it's a slightly smaller MacBook Air, and it has one port on the whole laptop and a headphone jack, but let's disregard that. It has one USB Type-C connector, and basically you cannot plug anything in, or more than one thing in, without some kind of adapter. And the adapter that Apple sells to go from that USB adapter to charging, video, and another USB, I believe, is $80. So I believe that should either be included with the computer, or they should have designed this differently. I don't think that one USB Type-C connector is enough to, is sufficient, and I'm a power user, so I use power user, come on now. But I use all of these ports at once, like on my desktop, but then again, that's not what this computer is designed for. But still, it costs like $300 more than the regular MacBook Air. I don't think it's worth it. You should just get the MacBook Air instead. So
yeah. So what I think is kind of interesting, and if you notice here, actually, we're going to interrupt. This thing kind of looks like it's caught in a bit of a boot loop, because this fan's spinning, then it turns off, then it starts spinning again, then it turns off. So I'm thinking something definitely went wrong here.
Yeah, it keeps
stopping, starting, stopping, starting. Maybe the SMC needs to be reset.
Yeah.
Do you remember the SMC reset combination?
Is it? I don't remember.
I'll look it up, but I'll give you my thoughts while I'm looking it up. So the MacBook, I feel like it's going to be It's going to be like the, I'm trying to think, the MacBook Air originally was. If you remember, the MacBook Air was this very flawed product. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. It's a very flawed product, but they rebuilt it in 2010 to be something better. And that's what the original MacBook is. They're kind of like testing an idea to see if it floats, and then basically they're going to see what happens. They're going to see how the market reacts, and they're going to go make modifications to it. Like, I think the MacBook would be great if they had another Type-C on it, because right now you're kind of stuck with either charging or using an accessory or buying the breakout adapter. So if they give you one more Type-C, two more Type-Cs, or just move the Type-C entirely for all the parts, okay, that's fine. I could see that. But just one, no.
I totally agree with pretty much everything you just said. They are testing the waters with this computer. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what they're doing. And based on how well it does, they're going to make a decision on how to design their newer, future computers. But yeah, I hope it doesn't go in this direction. As great as USB Type-C is, I don't think it deserves to replace every single port on the computer. So yeah, what it would be nice though, and he mentioned this before I did, but basically, if we had the USB Type-C on the iPhone, I feel that would be like a really good use for the connector, and he obviously agrees there. So
and another thing to consider is with USB Type-C, because no one's adopted it yet. No one really has really adopted it when you consider it. Shift Control Option Power. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate here. Shift Control.
We can multitask.
So basically, something to consider too is Apple is going with Type-C, right? If you look at the press photos, what does it look like to you?
Yeah, basically.
So what they could be doing is they are testing the waters with Type-C. Pretty sure this thing is still boned. I'm using approved MacBook handling procedures here.
We're professionals, trust us.
But pretty much what am I trying to say here? It's opening the door to them moving the iPhone to Type-C, which would be nice because it would be Apple moving from a proprietary standard to basically a standard everybody uses. Because once Type-C gets off the ground, every Android OEM is going to go move to it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everybody wants like a lightning style connector where orientation doesn't matter. So,
I mean, and if you look at it, it's really not that different. So it could easily replace the connector in the iPhone, and I don't think too many people would complain.
I'm thinking we need to go deeper. So tell them your opinions about the Apple Watch.
All right.
While I go get another screwdriver.
Okay, will do. So basically what I think about the Apple Watch, there are going to be three tiers, I guess. The lowest end is going to be stainless steel, I believe, and it's going to be $350. The middle tier, I forget, do you know what the price of the middle tier is?
The middle tier is, I believe, $400, $500.
$400 or $500, and then, so that's basically anodized aluminum, and you get more choices on what bands you get and such. And
The middle tier is stainless steel, keep in mind.
I thought the middle tier was aluminum.
No, middle tier is low tier is aluminum, mid tier is stainless steel, and edition is gold. Okay,
that makes more sense now that I think about it. And yeah, the top tier is gold, which is basically out of 99% of people's budgets. It starts at $10,000 for the gold one. But the Apple Watch as a whole, just as a concept, and this goes for pretty much all smartwatches. I'm not just kind of hating on Apple here. I think all smartwatches are kind of dumb because you're paying several $100s for a watch when you have a phone that can do basically everything it can do plus more, and it can do it better, and it's in your pocket. So I really don't understand the point of a smartwatch. I don't get how it makes your life any better, and you're spending hundreds of dollars for no reason, in my opinion.
Well,
but he has a different opinion, so...
Which is why we're doing this. So smartwatches, I feel they're good for determining if you want to pull your phone out at any given time, because if you go places like, say, San Francisco or, big cities where, something can happen to your phone if, like say someone pulls the old "what's the time" scam on you and they just run off with your phone, well then you're kind of fucked, aren't you? They're gonna have to, like for a watch, they're gonna have to pull that off your wrist. Good luck. So that way, like you can see, okay, is it worth pulling out my phone here to do something like this? And I mean, yeah, you can determine if it's worth it or not. And that's messy. So as you can see, we did Arctic Silver 5 on here, and there's literally nothing it could have gotten on here that could be conductive. So I'm kind of wondering what the hell went on here. But I mean, this is kind of interesting.
Yeah, we're kind of trying to multitask here, so it's kind of
We're trying to work this into, like, say we have one subject here. Well, this kind of happened. When this happened, I was like, Brian, grab your camera, let's do a vlog, because, shit's going wrong. It always makes for a good video. So I was like, yeah, get your camera, let's do this. And I think what happened here, now that I think of it, is that you can see here that there's kind of a difference in the way it's making contact.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Because what I originally did here was I used a thermal pad on this part here to kind of like keep the temperatures down, because I thought this was overheating.
He thought it was the iris core when it was actually just the south bridge. So
then I decided, okay, I'm going to remove the thermal pad, and so this happens. So I'm going to bend these fingers back just a little bit to kind of help it stick down a little bit. And what I'm going to do is we're going to start all over. Be right back. Let me get some tissues.
Yeah. So basically, I think we've both summed up our thoughts on both the new products that were announced today. And of course, there was a couple of other things. iOS 8.2 came out.
I've got one more thing on the watch.
Okay.
The thing to keep in mind is the people have been saying, okay, the Apple Watch Edition is a huge ripoff. Why would you buy it? Why would you buy it? The thing to keep in mind with the Edition is that it's priced into the very same price bracket is watches like Rolex watches and Tag Heuer watches. It isn't meant for people like you and me who don't have millions of dollars to spend on any given thing. It's meant for people who think about fashion and fashion only and not thinking about anything else. They're interested in the look of the watch, not the functionality. So when people get all up in arms about the Edition's price, I'm just thinking, of course, it's not for you. You're not trying. I mean, you're not the market it's aimed at, so keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So, to the people getting all angry about the Watch Edition, haters gonna hate.
Potato's gonna potate.
Do you have Q-tips, by the way?
Yes.
Bathroom?
I think so. Wait. Yes, bathroom. Yeah, little green container.
As you can see here, I kind of want to get in there because Arctic Silver 5 is actually conductive, so we don't want that getting anywhere.
Yeah, it's in the bathroom, a little green top glass thing. This is such an improv video, I swear to God. This is probably going to be, I don't know, it could be 20 or 30 minutes long.
Such improv, much wow.
Yeah. I mean, if it gets longer than 20 or 25 minutes, I'm going to cut it. We're sitting at 14 minutes right now.
Well, you're kind of we're not jump cutting at all, so that's probably why.
True. Maybe we should start jump cutting.
So as Linus Tech Tips would say, I'm going to commit a cardinal sin here and actually try to reuse this paste.
Oh God. But anyway, summing up the Apple event, because I think we're pretty much done with it. iOS 8.2 came out, which added support for the Apple Watch. A couple other bug fixes don't really apply to me. But
actually, no, we're not using this.
And the Apple TV reduced in price from $99 to $69.
Which is a good decision considering things like the Roku are going insanely cheap now.
Yeah, I agree. That was basically it. I didn't really hear anything else about the Apple event. So there you go. We'll jump cut when we come back to this and we make some progress here. Still having fun over here. He repasted it. It's still not working.
Yeah. Not even the fan isn't even spinning up anymore, which is kind of no bueno. double checking my connections, double checking my everything. So actually, chill here. But I want to jump cut. This is actually non-conductive surface. So this thing is resting its bare ass down on the glass.
Bare ass. Bare.
So the battery is connected, as you can see.
It's charging, even though you probably can't see that.
What is actually going on here? I don't get it.
Can't even.
Like, literally nothing is happening right now.
We're still screwed.
It just booted by itself. I don't even... Like, I'm sitting here unplugging, replugging the battery, so I'm like, you know what? Screw it, I'm done. Put it down, connect it in, ready to do the SMC reset. Because I realized I forgot a step, and now it's just like, okay, it works now. I don't even know what the
We can't even right now, basically.
camera up for a minute so I can password.
It just shut down again. Something ain't right.
It's gonna have to go to Apple, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because, like, what it looks like to me happened here. I mean, the thermal system should be good. I mean, let's actually try an SMC reset now, because something is not right. Something is not...
What the f... It's rebooting itself, basically.
So what is... I don't know what the...
It's probably gonna have to go to Apple.
This shouldn't be happening, basically. Like, this isn't just a cooling system problem. Something is like...
Oh, there it goes. It died again.
So let's try this. This thing has been just buggy as fuck, but I think that this is it coming to a head now. Shift Control Option, power keys at the same time.
We'll let you know. So it booted, finally.
So now we're gonna see... Oh, my mom commented on something. Oh, wonderful. Probably be like, what are you doing with my car?
iStat?
Not iStat. No. It's like, I don't care about the temperature because all iStat and shit's gonna tell me is what the core temperature is, which doesn't tell me shit, to be honest. So, here's my test, really. So let's play some... Go away, I know, because I reset everything. So it seems to be actually staying up a lot longer, so I think maybe it was an SMC issue. So let's see. Let's think of something that won't get flagged by YouTube instantly. I know. Here's Solar soundtrack. So here's what we're going to do. Well, I guess we can just mute it. So, show visualizer. This will tax the system, and if there is a thermal problem, it will shut down. And if there isn't a problem, you'll hear the fan spin up, basically. What I don't get is how this caused an SMC problem.
I don't know.
Maybe because I unplugged the... No, because I screwed up the first thermal paste installation, so it shut down for a thermal error. Then I realized what happened and corrected it, but the system was still kind of failing because of that. So it seems to be working alright. Can't even hear the fan though. So we're just gonna go Command Shift A. Actually, what am I doing? Spotlight is a wonderful thing. So we're just... Or maybe I have no videos. Okay, wow. I got rid of all my videos, didn't I? I did. I totally did.
Swag. Okay, well, so far it's working.
So far, yeah, it's looking great. So let's see if I still have anything left in iMovie to render. If I was lazy and didn't delete my last videos. Nope. Good. Good. There's no. That was when the whole IMNC thing went to shit. So I can't really test it because I don't have an app with which to test. So.
Well, let's just assume it works for now, I guess.
I ain't assuming shit because the minute I take it out of here, it's gonna stop working. I just don't. So let's see. Is there any? Let's see if there's any kind of stress test we can do. Oh right, it's gonna give me a whole bunch of shit because my. Should just do that real quick. Date and time. Date and time. Date and time. I'm being stupid. Set date and time automatically. Do that, and now we're all good. So there's a terminal command. There's a terminal command we can do.
Oh yeah, I did that once on my MacBook like a long time ago.
So
why's your terminal like transparent?
because I like it that way.
How do you do that?
Why is it saying?
It's activity monitor.
Thanks. I've been moving between
Windows and
CPU should be.
yeah, yes. I like how it's just called yes.
Monitor that for a second.
I think you have to run like 4 or 5 of these at once because it's only using one thread. So
Does it really know? Well, no, it's good. It should be.
Look at the CPU load. It's not rising very much.
Let me check.
So run like 4 more.
This will tell us right now. Yeah, it's only using one thread. So
You gotta run like 4 of them.
actually, what am I doing? I can just do this.
There we go.
There we go.
Perfect.
So it's 100% per CPU core, basically.
Yeah.
Let's make sure it doesn't need power to do its thing.
Isn't gonna throttle back?
It should. I want to make sure because it could be that it's fucked itself to the point where the.
I don't hear shit.
You probably should.
I hear the fan.
If it were seized, you'd hear it because it makes like a very noticeable ticking noise when it's seized up. Because this thing again is so stupidly not sealed against random dust particles getting in there. That one of them actually got into the fan and seized it up, and I was shitting bricks yet again. But then I was like, no wait, Apple should replace this. I was shitting bricks here because it's obvious that I've tampered with the cooling system because Foxconn does an absolute shitty job with the cooling, like the thermal paste application on these machines.
Yep.
So I went in there, scraped it all right off, and put a better coat on there, and
Voila.
voila. So
We is good.
we as